It's always fun when a myth gets co-opted by popular culture as a universal symbol of something or other. The Achilles heel is a metaphor for a single fatal weakness, David and Goliath to represent the archetypal underdog story, cutting the Gordian knot to mean taking the brute force solution, Pandora's box is now the catch-all name for any kind of sealed evil in a can, and possibly the most commonly known example would be Icarus flying too close to the sun. Now the context for this story is more complicated than the story itself, because it ties in with a different myth, the story of Theseus and the Minotaur. I'll go into more detail later, but the relevant backstory here is that King Minos commissioned Daedalus to build him a labyrinth to imprison the Minotaur, and then used his fancy labyrinth to kill people he didn't like. But in order for this to work, nobody could learn how the labyrinth itself worked, so he imprisoned Daedalus and his son Icarus in a tower so they could never reveal its secrets. So Daedalus and Icarus are stuck in a tower, and they can't leave by land or by sea because Minos keeps track of all transport. But Daedalus is a brilliant inventor, so of course he's gonna come up with something. So Daedalus constructs wings for himself and Icarus, made of feathers and wax, and before you ask, no they don't work in real life. Trust me, I've tried. So Daedalus and Icarus strap the wings on, but Daedalus warns Icarus to be careful. If he flies too low, the sea spray will make the wings too heavy to fly, and if he flies too high, the heat from the sun will melt the wax and make the wings fall apart. If you're looking for symbolism, you can think of this as warning Icarus against both complacency and hubris. Flying too low will make him lose the ability to fly at all, but flying too high will make him crash and burn. But Icarus is a teenager, so of course as soon as they get flying, he immediately does that thing where he thinks he's immortal because he hasn't been alive long enough for anything really bad to happen to him, so he starts flying higher and higher. The heat from the sun melts the wax, and Icarus's wings fall apart. So Icarus falls into the ocean and drowns, which sucks, but on the plus side, it gave us a kick-ass metaphor for the folly of pride and a really good line in a Hamilton song.